Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aspa and today is gonna be a sit down video because I'm in the mood to yap and I'm in the mood to do my makeup as well. So we're gonna do those two together. See this video as a little FaceTime with a best friend. I'm inviting you to my brain. Please take a seat and enjoy. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I've started a YouTube channel. Sometimes I still wake up and I don't believe I did it. And the reason is, since I remember myself, I am watching YouTube and not only watching, but creating a video for a potential YouTube channel. I cannot count the amount of times I almost started it and deleted it. The main thing that kept me back was the fear of failure. If you never experience it, you don't take enough risks in your life. I think the fear of failure does not have a gender. I think it doesn't have a background. I think the fear of failure could be applied to anyone, any situation. And it's a thing. Starting something new, that you need to put yourself out there, and what if you fail, and what if you fail publicly. But fear of failure could be even with flirting. It's nothing comforting on the possibility someone else might see a vulnerable moment of you, right? I think this is where it's coming from. One of the things actually that helped me overcome it was, you know that cliche phrase, what if you fail? What if you don't? What if you do not fail? The biggest difference in between the mindset I had and the mindset I have now. I used to feel failure was one-way road. It kept me for so long behind on everything I wanted to do, thinking that failure is the end goal. For what? You haven't even started. And who told you that? As someone cannot guarantee you that you're gonna succeed, no one can guarantee you that you're gonna fail, except if you never try. Now saying it out loud from a different perspective and a different mindset, it sounds stupidly sensible. We all have a comforting food, a comforting movie, a comforting place or person. My comforting thing, it's YouTube. I love YouTube. It's my favorite platform. Fear of failure does not only apply if someone wants to take a new step on their career. Fear of failure could go to dating. Dating has become so difficult. Guys, let's talk about this. No one I know can even be asked on a proper date unless you're using dating apps. Last year, I believe, I started using dating apps as well. If you're in a dating app and you don't ask your match on a date, why are you in a dating app? Why people are so distant? Even if it sounds too vulnerable to put it out there, I was at times especially feeling very lonely. I've noticed that UK has lots of benefits. If you work hard and if you want to work and succeed, you will. It gives you the resources, it gives you the opportunity. That's refreshing. But I've noticed this might be one of the reasons that people forget to prioritize interpersonal relationships. Because you can succeed on something as big as your career, sometimes you don't prioritize interpersonal relationships, or you don't prioritize it enough. There are so many people being and feeling lonely, and yet everyone is remaining alone, mostly by choice, which is such a paradox to think of as well. You would believe all of those people that feel lonely, including myself, even on a friendship level, they would be more open to, first of all, communicate it, and second of all, do something about it. Myself as well, we were all about yapping about how lonely we feel. We would not prioritize it. Like I remember myself saying, oh my god, I really miss going out with a friend for a coffee. I would never put it on my schedule. I would never make time for it. If work was coming up, oh yes, definitely, give me another promotion. But going for a coffee once per month, it sounded like something that I needed to strategize about, which is so silly. Organic relationships, they don't happen. Have you heard the phrase, there's not men out there? If you're a man and you're still on that level of this video, first of all, thank you very much. A round of applause. Understand that makeup might not be your thing, but I have even a higher respect for males that they could sit and hear or watch a woman's approach on something. And please use the comment section as a place to communicate and start conversations. I would love this. I know that some men, this phrase could piss you off for valid reasons or not. I can personally not count the amount of times I sat down for a coffee with my girlfriends and the topic of conversation of where real men are has been brought up. I'm gonna ask you something, huge disclaimer. I've been guilty of it. I'm the first one to say that. Are you too much of a real man yourself? I have never heard a girly girl, a soft girl, a feminine girl complain about where are real men. The only people that I've heard this concern coming out of their mouth are women that they're very independent, they can offer themselves anything they need, and therefore they're their own man, and therefore any other man does not feel like they can give anything else, because I give myself all of those things. What are you doing? And as I said, I've been guilty myself. Please do not take away that I find it wrong. It is powerful. It is extremely important to be able to be independent, to be secure, to stand up for yourself. But when a man comes, we need to let him be whatever he has to be. And I cannot stress enough how difficult it is. And only women that are very similar to how I grew up could understand it. If you're on the early stages, you cannot even understand it. When I was listening to podcasts and videos saying you need to go out of your masculine era, I was like, what is this saying? This is promoting human beings, hair and makeup, and not have their own voice and opinion, not being independent. That's what I was thinking. When I was on the early stages, I wasn't even able to accept the difficulty of going out of your comfort zone. For strong, independent girls that grew up this way, it is very difficult and discomforting to let someone take the lead. I will say it first because it's not easy to admit. It feels like I'm handing the keys to my house to a stranger. You can come in and break it down if you want to. It feels unsafe, feels unnecessary. This is something that almost no one talks about. If you're a man listening to this, please stay and listen, because gaining understanding over how a woman possibly think can only benefit you. You cannot aim for a partnership if all you think about deep down is yourself. Obviously, I'm not saying that every man out there knows how to be a proper man and treat a woman like a woman should be treated. I would pray to wake up, or at least raise kids in a world that this is the norm, that women are treated with respect and love and kindness. There's nothing wrong with showing your partner love. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. I'm almost ready. I'm gonna end this video very, very soon. But before I end it, I wanna share something with you that my therapist shared with me on my latest therapy session. We were talking about relationships, how hard it is to trust nowadays and everything. So my therapist said to me that trust is a choice. The reason that you cannot trust your partner, let's say, is because you're afraid that one day he's gonna cheat or she's gonna cheat. Now, you can choose to never trust them. I will give you an example of how it's gonna be. You're basically not trusting them on the possibility that something might happen. I was telling her that the benefit might be that if you don't completely trust someone, you will never be completely hurt. Imagine if I was coming to you and I was telling you that there is a possibility that as you walk on the street, someone will come and punch you in the stomach. I cannot tell you if it will happen, I cannot tell you when it will happen. There is a possibility. The moment that you hear that, you have two choices. You can spend 2 months, 5 years, actually the rest of your life, going out because you cannot avoid going out. You cannot avoid walk on the street, holding your stomach, bending down, just to be protected. And to be fair, if it ever happens, you will actually be less hard because you will be awaiting for it. It might never happen. Does it worth it? Never letting yourself from now on enjoy a moment? This has been on my mind as an example, non-stop, since this Tuesday, and I really, really wanted to share it with you. So that was it. I was in the mood to yap, and thank you very much for keeping me company. It is lovely to have you here. Thank you for all the support that I have since my first video. I would love to hear your opinion and your view on the topics we discussed today, and I wish to see you in the next video.